Hello, I'm Beth Wofford from Lexington, Kentucky, and this is my ASEA story. It all began almost 8 years ago now. ASEA was very, very new, and I was contacted by a family friend of ours who is a family practice physician. I respect him immensely, and he told me about a new technology that he felt was one of the most significant things he'd come across in his lifetime. And he wanted to share it with me. And after I heard about the science, I was so impressed. I just thought it was the best thing that had ever, it made perfect sense to me. And I wanted to start on it immediately, get my family on it, and it just made sense that we were going to stay healthy longer. I did not consider that I had any health issues that I wanted to be fixed. I thought about it more in terms of prevention. I called my daughter, who has a PhD in cell and molecular biology, and she validated that this science of redox signaling molecules was in fact extremely significant. And if they had found a way to stabilize molecules and those molecules in a bottle, it was indeed a really big deal scientifically. So that was enough for me. I wanted everyone I knew to be on the product, and started taking it, not thinking at all that it was going to change anything because I thought I was 100% healthy. I discounted some long-term chronic issues that I had had my whole life or for a significant period of time because no medication had ever helped me, no Western medicine had ever done anything for me. And so I had completely discounted the idea that those chronic conditions would ever change. The first one began in the year 2000 when I had a total hysterectomy. And my body was thrown into total havoc because I could not metabolize synthetic hormones at all. And so I was very ill for a good 6 months. And while they tried everything they could to find a way to give me my quality of life back again, I was very, very, very fatigued. I'm a real natural high energy person, and I would go out and work in the morning and come in and go to bed. And that was not like me at all. I had horrible headaches. I was miserable all the time. And I just kept saying, please find something that can help me. And I tried bioidentical hormone creams. I tried every kind of pill and every kind of patch that's on the market. And the only thing that they found finally after a good 6 months was putting me on 8 times the normal dose of estrogen that a woman is supposed to be on. Everyone kept telling me that it came with a significant group of risk factors taking that much hormone, but I just kept saying, I don't care. If I die early, so be it, because I now finally have my quality of life back. And that was in the year 2000. And I also have been a sufferer of serious debilitating genetic headaches my whole life since I was 11 years old, where they were one-sided and my vision would go out first and then I couldn't speak. So I had about 25 minutes to get into a dark room or else I couldn't even ask for help. Those were life-altering headaches when they happened. They only happened every 6 to 8 months or so, but when they did, they would knock me out for 2 days, at least 2 days. I would have to be in bed. And I never knew when they were going to happen. It was not linked to any cycle of mine or any food I ate. It would just hit me out of the blue. I had learned to live with that my whole life, and no medication any doctor had ever put me on had changed that in any way. So it's one of those things that I just put to the back of my head thinking, nothing can ever change it. I'm going to have to live with it. So I just didn't consider that as part of my health history. And when I started drinking the redox signaling molecules, after about 10 days, I noticed that there was a distinct change. By this time, I knew that the molecules would not hurt me in any way. There's no way that it could be doing anything adverse to my system, but I knew something was changing. So I called my friend again, my doctor friend, and I said, what do you think's happening? Well, he knew all about my hormone background. And he said, I'm thinking that there's a possibility your body is really utilizing its own natural hormones the way it's designed to, and perhaps you can start weaning off that dangerous dose of synthetic. And I said, well, sure, I'll try it. I was very flippant because I was positive it wasn't going to work. I was the opposite of placebo because I said, it's never worked in the past. Every year or so I would try to wean off and I'd be sick within hours. And I said, okay, well, let's start. I'm going to call my doctor and start on Wednesday, weaning myself off because I can afford to be sick in bed on Wednesday afternoon. That's how quickly it affected me. My doctor was thrilled to help me because, she knew how dangerous the level was. But I didn't have any hope, and neither did she. We didn't expect anything different. But I'm here to tell you that within 2 months of my very first sip of ASEA, and it only took that long because I was too chicken-hearted to do it any quicker, but within 2 months, I was totally and completely off all synthetic estrogen, completely, and I've never felt better. And again, that was close to 8 years ago. Happily, even more impactful to my own life is the fact that I have not had one headache in that amount of time. After about 6 or 8 months of drinking ASEA, I started thinking, when was my last headache? And the story gets better and better every year, every day that passes, and every year that passes without a headache, because for that, I will be eternally grateful. And I will never in my lifetime be without my ASEA. It goes all over the country with me. It's in every suitcase I have. And I will always be drinking ASEA. Thank you so much.